Okay, Krishna Prabhu. Jai. All right.
Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Gopi Jana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranja Yamuna Tiravanachari 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 Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Hari Bol Hari Bol Hare Krishna Jai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, the Samam and Bonam, Chapter 41, Krishna and Balram enter Mathura, text 14 to 17. So we'll read 14 first. Avanijayangri yugalam Ashit shloko balir mahan Aishwaryam atulam lebhe Gatim chaikanti nam tuya Avinijya, bathing, Angri Yugalam, the 2 feet, Asit became Slokya, glorious, Bali, King Bali, Mahan, the great, Aishwaryam, power, Atulam, unequaled, Lebhe, he achieved, Gatim, the destination, Cha, and Ekantina, of the unalloyed devotees of the Lord, Tu, indeed, Ya, which. Translation by the disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Prabhupada disciples ki jai. Translation. By bathing your feet, the exalted Bali Maharaj attained not only glorious fame and unequaled power, but also the final destination of pure devotees. So we will read the other verses one after one. So before that, we offer prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakhaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopka Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे करोति वाचालं गयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं श्रीचैतन्येश्वर परमानन्दमाधव. Seeking the blessings of Srila Prabhupada, all the assembled devotees, Adipurush Prabhu, and then all the Vaishnavas online, so that we discuss something auspicious today from Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna and Balram, Lord Krishna and Balram, they left Vrindavan and then they entered Mathura. And so they were initially received by Nanda Maharaj. And then they're still in the outskirts. And then Akrura is asking Krishna and Balram, please come to my home. Don't leave me. I was the one who brought you from Vrindavan. So please come my home, accept my hospitality. And then, so from there you can take the next step. So then it's interesting, what reasons Krishna is giving. So here there is some glorification. It starts with the glorification of Lord's lotus feet, how, potent Lord's lotus feet is. So here one personality is being explained. He is Bali Maharaj. So Bali Maharaj is a symbol of complete surrender. He gave everything for the pleasure of the Lord. Okay. So today, what one can give? One can give gave up everything means one can give up their position, a high position, like if one is a king or royal person, he can give up that. He can give up his money. He can give up his relationships. So basically, these are various shelters. Yes, I am very beautiful. I am of this country. I belong to this country. I have, identifications, so many identifications. But in spiritual circle, what is our identification? What is our only identification? When we connect to a school or a parampara, our identification is we are a humble servant of our spiritual master. So that is our, so we are connected to our spiritual masters. He is connected to his own spiritual master, like that everybody is connected to Krishna. So we identify with that, and that's nothing wrong, so that is our identification. And Bali Maharaj, the epitome of surrender is Bali Maharaj gave up that identification also. Bali Maharaj was forced to give up his spiritual master. So that is the greatness. You may say, hey, what is this? You're giving up your spiritual master, so does it make any sense? But it is said, when a spiritual master is not correcting one to the absolute truth, he is no more, a spiritual. He is not spiritual. So his spiritual master is Shukracharya. So, and Shukracharya is telling that, hey, look, the person who is coming to ask charity from you is not your friend. He's your enemy, Lord Vishnu. And he's trying to rob you everything. So please don't give him anything. And actually, Shukracharya's intention was not good. I mean, he's separating the soul from Krishna. But at the same time, Shukracharya is very much worried. If Bali surrenders to Vishnu or Krishna, what will happen to me? My position will be at stake. I am the guru or the teacher. I'm getting all the luxuries from Bali. And now if Vishnu comes, then I will be kicked out. So he is very much worried about himself. Generally, spiritual master needs to be selfless. So Bali Maharaj said, look, okay, I cannot accept your advice, because ultimately everything is for the pleasure of Lord. So I surrender. So that's what Bali Maharaj's glory is. We can give up many things, but he gave up his spiritual master. So here, it comes Ekantinam, so of the unalloyed devotees, so devotees who have no other agenda but Lord Krishna. So Bali is one of them. But now, so here it is being told, how come, so Bali, okay, he surrendered, what happened next? So because of that great surrender, Lord Krishna, in the form of Vamana Dev, he kept his lotus feet on Bali Maharaj's head. So basically, Bali asked, ask any charity, So Vamana came as a small monk, and then monks generally ask for charity and then ask any charity. So recently, Jagannath Priya Prabhu was telling that Vamandev said, hey, look, you are asking me to, ask some boons, I will ask, but you should make a promise that you will fulfill. So Bali Maharaj was, like, hey, what are you speaking? I am the king, So first of all, you should not be so much audacious in front of the king. You should not ask, hey, king, you make a promise that you will fulfill your thing. So, but still, his ego got hurt. Bali Maharaj's ego got hurt. But still he makes a promise. Okay, I'll fulfill whatever you want. So Vamandev asks, 3 steps. Please give me 3 steps of land. So Bali Maharaj says that, oh, you are a small boy. You don't know what you are asking. Ask for something more, everything. So Vamandev says that, okay, if one is not happy with whatever he needs, so he cannot be happy with anything else. So just give me this one. Then he says yes. And then Vamadev expands as Trivikrama. He takes a gigantic form. And then, so here why we are discussing so much about is like the lotus feet of the Lord. So Vamadev expands so much as Trivikrama, and with 1 feet, he covers the entire earthly planet. So what belongs to Bali Maharaj. And with another feet, he covers the entire, universe, upper planetary systems. So there's a very famous verse, a Bhakti saint from southern part of India, Annamacharya. He glorifies that. Brahma kadigina padamu, Brahma mutaneni padamu. So he's glorifying the lotus feet of the Lord. So he's telling that, oh, this lotus feet of the Lord is so great, it measured the entire earth. During this pastime of Vamandev, it measured the entire earth. And then when it was about to measure the upper planetary systems, it pierced the covering between the spiritual world and the material world. And then because of that pierce, so the spiritual water, so the water which is separating these two, Viraja, so it came down into this universe, and that is Mother Ganga. So, so this lotus feet, Talaka Gaganamu Tannina Padamu. So that lotus feet which hit that particular covering, so that is so auspicious. And then that saint describes, furthermore, Kamini Papamu Kadigina Padamu. So this particular lotus feet of the Lord is so, great, magnanimous. So there is one saint, so she got a saint and his wife. So the wife had some, unclean desires. Because of that, she was cursed to become a stone. And then when Lord Ram, who was walking in the forest, so when his lotus feet touched that particular stone, she again reclaimed her natural position. So that was the glory of the lotus feet of the Lord. So they keep on describing. And then when this lotus feet of the Lord was going to the heavenly planets during the Bali Maharaj's time, past time. So upper planetary systems, there is Lord Brahma. So Brahma took that opportunity. He felt that, okay, Lord's lotus feet is coming, so let me wash the lotus feet. So immediately he took a big jar of water and then he washed it. So that is the greatness of the Lord's lotus feet. And then so that lotus feet, it is said in one of the verses in Srimad Bhagavatam. So it is very easy to remember if you want to remember. It's Srimad Bhagavatam 3542. 3542. So let us read that. What is that? Yat Shraddhaya Shrutavataya cha Bhaktya Samrijyamane Hridaye Avadhya Jnanena Vairagya Balena Dhira Vrajema Tattengri Saroja Peetham. Simply by hearing about your lotus feet with eagerness and devotion, and by meditating upon them within the heart, at once becomes enlightened with knowledge. One at once becomes enlightened with knowledge, and on the strength of detachment, one becomes pacified. We must therefore take shelter of the sanctuary of your lotus feet. So this particular thing is very important. They are glorifying the lotus feet of the Lord. So they use this word Saroja Peetham, so means the sanctuary. Sanctuary is a place, basically, it's used for animals, those who are, getting extinct, those species who are getting extinct. Mm-hmm. So they are protected there. So sanctuary is a place where animals can roam freely without any, concern or anything, carefree. So, yeah. And similarly, they say, here it is saying Lord's lotus feet is like a sanctuary for all of us. So if we take shelter of that lotus feet, if we take shelter of sanctuary, the animals are carefree. Similarly, if we take shelter of lotus feet, it's like we are also carefree. So Lord protects. So we come, we come to Bhakti Center, there are so many anxieties and then so many things from the outside world and then everything. But every day we can see on that table, so there is a small steel cup which contains the water that washes the lotus feet. So that is what even Brahma was doing. And then, so that's what even Bali Maharaj was doing. So, and then Bali Maharaj was very intelligent. So he took shelter of that water that washed the lotus feet of the Lord. So if we just take shelter of that, we take little bit. So that is very auspicious for all of us. So this is about Bali Maharaj. So who all take the shelter of Lord's lotus feet? So basically washing the lotus feet of the Lord. So we understood that Ganges came from the spiritual world. Now, when Ganges is coming down from the spiritual world, it's coming with such a great force. Generally, water is falling from a big height, so it comes with a great force, and it destroys basically the place whichever it is hitting. So everybody was in very anxiety. Hey, Mother Ganga is coming with so much force, the entire universe will be destroyed. What to do? So then Lord Shiva came to the rescue. Said, okay, so let me go. And then he opened his hair, and then he captured the entire Mother Ganga on his head. So that's why Lord is called Gangadhara. Deva Deva Dhavala Chala Mandira Gangadhara Dhara Namo Namo. So that's how Lord is called, Dhavala Chala. So he lives in a white mountain, and then Gangadhara, one who bears Mother Ganga on his head. So, and then that Mother Ganga is what? The water that washed the lotus feet of the Lord. So Lord Shiva is a great personality, and then he's exemplifying where we should keep the water that washed the lotus feet. We should keep on our head. So Bali knows this. Oh, this water is so great. So we need to capture that. And here Akrura is telling that, please, Lord, give me an opportunity. Let me wash your lotus feet. So that's what Akrura is requesting. And then, yeah. So there is a nice song. Ye padalo yilo Shiva, Shiva Tvalabhiya. So I could not get the complete song. So Ye pada Narada Muni. So what the lotus feet of the Lord, which always Narada Muni glorifies. And then by taking shelter of that lotus feet, Lord Shiva got his name. What does the name Shiva mean? Shiva means all auspicious. Shiva. So let there be Shiva to you means let you get all auspiciousness. And Lord Shiva means one who can give you all auspiciousness. From where he is getting that capacity? He's getting the capacity because he's holding the Charanamrit of the Lord on his head. That is Mother Ganga. So he's getting that capacity. Lord Shiva is getting that capacity. So so that's why everybody is eager. So let me wash Lord's lotus feet and get that water, because that water has so much immense potency. So in text 15, it says, the water of the river Ganges has purified the three worlds, having become transcendental by bathing your feet. Lord Shiva accepted that water on his head, and by that water's grace, the sons of King Sagara attained to heaven. So the sons of one king, they made some mistake and they were cursed. And then when Mother Ganga, in the process of coming down, Mother Ganga touched that the ashes, so they regained their bodies. So next, text 16. So very nice verse. It's just glorifying, simple glorification of Lord. Deva 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 Jagannatha Punya Shravana Kirtana Yaduttamottama Shloka Narayana Namostute. It's very simple. Deva Deva, you are the Lord of all lords. And Jagannatha, you are the Lord of the entire universe. Jagannatha. Punya Shravana Kirtana. This is very important. So, this comes again and again, even in Srimad Bhagavatam. So, Punya Shravana Kirtana. Hridayantastobhi abhadrani vidhunoti sahrutsata. What does this mean by Punya Shravana Kirtana? So, the person of whom, if we hear regularly, and then if we recite regularly, so that gives all auspiciousness. And he is that person, Krishna. So it is like, it gives all auspiciousness or all mangalam. So sometimes Srila Prabhupada, by his example, he said, there can be so much when we are running an institution, and then when we are dealing with different people, I mean, even in devotees also. So even the followers, spiritual practitioners, since we are not all pure, we are still practicing. So there will be friction, there will be conflicts, and then everything. So there can be one way of handling that is just keep on doing management and then making more rules in place, proper rules in place, and then proper systems of counseling and then everything. But Srila Prabhupada said all of these should be spearheaded by keeping Srimad Bhagavatam in the center. Because the energy is coming from Srimad Bhagavatam. Like Lord Shiva is able to bestow auspiciousness because he is holding Mother Ganges on his head. Similarly, when we keep Srimad Bhagavatam as the center and then recite every day, attend Srimad Bhagavatam class, hear about Lord Krishna, so then that gives the capability to purify oneself and then to give auspiciousness to others. Punya Shravana Kirtana. So we hear and then get cleansed, and then we chant and we recite the holy names of the Lord. So this is a two-way process. It's a two branch process: cleansing and then giving auspiciousness. So when we take the Charanamrit, so in temples, some temples, they say South Indian temples, so it is said that Sri Vishnu Padodakam Pavanam Subham. Charanamritam means Padodakam. Pavanam Subham. Pavanam means first, it is like a cleansing. So one which cleanses, it's Pavana. So water cleanses, Charanamrit, it cleanses the subtle dirt. And then it bestows all auspiciousness. So all auspiciousness means all good qualities. Like we take Charanamrit of the Lord, so we gain good qualities. We try to see good in others. That's more important. Like I earn so much money. I earn 100K, I earn 1000K. But if I'm not satisfied with that, so I'll just hanker for $1 million, and then so what you'll get by just taking simple Charanamrit? We'll get that satisfaction. We know, like just Vamandev said, if we are not satisfied with limited, we will not be satisfied with unlimited. So there is, there is no limit. So that particular, transcendental consciousness we will get by taking Charanamrit. Okay. So, okay, 7:45. So there are two more points. I'll just say, and then I'll conclude. And then in the last verse, 17, Sri Bhagavan Vacha. So Lord said, okay, Vidura, Akrura, I'll come. So what he said, it's important. Okay, previous verse it comes, it's Uttama Shloka. Ayasye bhavato geham ahamarya samanvita yadu chakradruham atva vitarishye suhrutpiyam. Translation: the Supreme Lord said, I will come to your house with my elder brother, but first I must satisfy my friends and well-wishers by killing the enemy of Yadu clan. Purport: Akrura glorified Krishna in text 16 as Yaduttama, the best of the Yadus. Shri Krishna here confirms this by saying in effect, since I am the best of the Yadus, I must kill the enemy of Yadus, Kamsa, and then I'll come to your house. So Akrura is saying, please come to my house. But Krishna said, please wait. I have some business. So boss has some business. What is the business? I should first give happiness to my, inmates. So here they said Suhrut. Hrut means heart. Suhrut means one who is most dear to heart. There is Mitra, there is a friend, and there is a dear friend, and there is a dearmost friend, best friend. So Krishna's dearmost people are the Brajavasis, and then his own family members, and they are being tormented by Kamsa. And then Krishna said, Akrura, I'll come to your house, but first I have got some business to do. I need to kill Kamsa. So that's the important. See, Lord is so personal, and his relationships are also, Akrura is okay. He's a nice person. He's a devotee, but there are much more intimate devotees. And then Lord says, first I need to give happiness to them. So he also has got priorities, So Yadu Chakra, the circle, we say, right? Inner circle, innermost circle. So here Chakra means circle. Yadu Chakra, Yadavas are my own people, my inner circle. I need to take care of them. So please allow me. I will attend them. And then Krishna, one of the purposes of Krishna is to give happiness to his innermost people. I will grant Vitarishe, he's the granting person. Vitarishe Suhrut Priyam. So what satisfies my innermost people, I'll do that first, and then I'll care about remaining people. And then, there's so many things like, there's one nice pastime, I'll conclude with this. So Hanumanji is like, very great servant of Lord Ram, So once he heard that Lord Ram maintains a book, a book contains various names. In that names, he writes names of people whom he remembers the most. So Hanuman felt, oh, Lord Ram has that book, so let me go. And then he asked Lord Ram, do you maintain such a book which contains the names of people whom you remember? Lord Ram said, yes, I maintain such a book. Can you give me? I want to see that. So Lord Ram gives that book. And then Hanumanji sees, okay, where is my name? Where is my name? First, second, third, fourth, he goes the entire list. And his name is not there. And Hanumanji is heartbroken. So Lord Ram, so the book is about people who remember Lord Ram. So the list is like, who are the people who always remember Lord Ram? So Hanumanji says, Lord Ram, I remember you, most of the time, but still my name is not there in this book. Is there any mistake? Lord Ram said, no mistake. Your name is not there in this book. So there are people who remember more. So your name is not there. So Hanumanji is very disappointed, but he's happy that some other people remember Lord Ram better. And then while Hanumanji is leaving, so Lord Ram said, wait. I have got another book. So what is the book? In that book, I write names of those people whom I remember always. I meditate on. And then he gave that book, and the first name is Hanuman. So Lord Ram says, I always meditate on you. Forget about you meditating on me. So here you see Krishna is thinking about the Yadu, his own inner circle. Always, let me make them happy, free from anxiety by killing this Kamsa. So that is the priority of the Lord. Later, I'll visit houses. So, and Lord is also called Uttama Shloka. So we didn't get that time, but yeah. So we summarize. So we started with looking at Bali, Bali Maharaj. Basically, what is the glory of Lord's lotus feet? So we saw in that past time how Lord's lotus feet measured the entire earth, and then it pierced the universal covering, and then Mother Ganges came down, and then Brahmaji watched the lotus feet, and then Lord delivered, the lady who had ulterior desires. A stone turned into, a lady back. So the Lord's lotus feet is so glorious. Mother Lakshmi always presses the Lord's lotus feet. And then the Charanamrit, is also so great. Lord Shiva holds the water that wash the lotus feet of the Lord on his head. So because of that, he's getting so much the capability to give auspiciousness to entire world. So Shivatva, so Epadilla Ilo Shiva, Shivatva Labhiya. So that's the greatness of Lord's lotus feet, and then the water that washed the lotus feet of the Lord. It's always in. And then we saw Punya Shravana Kirtana. So it's always important that we need to hear, the glories of the Lord. That's Srimad Bhagavatam. And then we need to recite, we need to share. So Srila Prabhupada emphasized, actually this purports, Bhaktivedanta purports are Prabhupada's devotional ecstasies. So a community which hears, the glories of the Lord, Hari Katha and Hari Kirtan, they stay together. So it's very important to, regularly read Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. and then Suhrit Priyam. So Lord's main business is to give, one of the main business is to give happiness to his devotees. And then we saw how he prioritized that before, more than going to the house of a Krura. So with that, so thank. Any comments or any suggestions, modifications? Yes.
Krishna, wonderful class, wonderful subject. The concept of surrender. There's a devotee, his name is Good Hope. He's from Russia. And he was trying to translate one of the books into Russian. And he was struggling with the word surrender. And he said that in the normal usage in the Russian language, surrender implies someone has been forcibly conquered, and therefore the superior force makes him do what he didn't want to do before. But he said that he understood that. Prabhupada said, love wants to give all. Love wants to give all. And that we can surrender by force, or we can actually even offer a leaf, a flower, a piece of fruit or water with love, and Krishna will accept it. It's not just that we're giving it up. And then Hayagriva Prabhu had said one time to show Prabhupada, I want to surrender everything. And Prabhupada said, what do you have to surrender? It's not yours. It never was yours. It never will be yours. I'm going to surrender Acacia's hat. It's not mine. And the surrender without the love, even if we offer something, if there's no love, it's not very attractive. But Krishna, he's looking for the heart. He's showing his love for us. Vasudeva Sabhamiti Samhama said, when we understand how wonderful is Krishna, then out of love, we want to reciprocate with the affection and the care that Krishna is showing us. So we don't really have anything to surrender except the idea that this is mine. And Mama means nothing is mine, and we give up that idea that this is mine, and we say, Lord, I am yours. I want to give myself to you. You've captured me, and I'm happy. I'm happy to give, and please accept this with love. Anyway, just a few scattered comments. Don't want to take up all the time. There's a lot of devotees who want to say something. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Krishna Prabhu, for saying about the loving surrender. Yeah. So let me see in chats. Yeah. Yeah. So anybody, you want to say something?
Thank you, Aaron.
Okay.
It's like at the beginning, you talked about how somebody was taken away. Was that you were saying?
Yeah, Lord Krishna came as a small boy, dwarf boy, and he wanted to take away the opulence of the king, Bali,
Yes.
who acquired it in an unfair way. Who acquired it by brute force.
Mm-hmm.
So he took away that, but he gave much more, many times more. So because Bali was a surrendered soul, so there are two kings who are competing for an opulence. So Bali took away that. So the other king is also a devotee. So Lord came as a small dwarf. He asked for charity, and then he took away that small opulence. He gave to the other king. He's Indra. So he gave Indra that particular kingdom.
Mm.
But to Bali, he gave much more, bigger kingdom. And then he himself became a doorkeeper at the entrance of Bali's kingdom.
Mm.
So because of Bali's surrender, the king,
himself.
Lord gave himself.
Mm.
What is the maximum Lord can give? He himself came as a servant.
Mm.
So he's still guarding, so
Wow.
that's what.
And I think you said something about how he takes away who we think we are.
Yeah, yeah. That is the only thing actually we possess. So we think, I'm this handsome body. Of course, I'm not handsome,
Me
but
particularly, yes.
yeah, it will go away after some time, right? So there's nothing in our control. But the thought of
Yeah,
we own this, that is the only thing we have. And if we surrender that,
mhm,
that I own nothing, so then Krishna is happy because that is the truth. And
yes.
when we come to the truth, Krishna is peaceful. Okay, this fellow is coming to me,
Mhm.
so I'm good.
Yeah.
He's safe, and then I'm happy.
When you spoke that, it spoke to me, so thank you.
Yeah, Prabhu spoke. Thank you, Prabhu. So we have got 2 minutes. Anybody online want to share anything? Yes, Prabhu, Jeffrey, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Daya Prabhu. I was thinking about that verse, and my question is really is it as much an example as a directive when Krishna says, "I'll come to your house, but first I have to satisfy my friends," and I appreciate that, but is that something that we should take to heart and behave similarly? I can do this thing that you're asking me to do, but first I have to satisfy my community, you know, or even if it's a desire, like I want this for me, but first, before I do anything for me, I have to satisfy the community, for my pleasure, does my pleasure come second?
Yeah. There are a lot of things, Prabhu, but the underlying point, what you said is my pleasure. If we keep others' pleasure first, devotees' pleasure or Krishna's pleasure, please understand, Krishna can do actually simultaneously both. So Krishna could have done simultaneously both. So he can do that. But we are limited. We are not Krishna. And then please understand, we will not be able to satisfy. If you are mapping it to our own concept, we will not be able to satisfy anybody independent of Krishna. We can satisfy somebody because we have Krishna in our heart. So, and then please understand, we can only satisfy to some extent. We cannot satisfy everybody all the way. So there will be some, expectation mismatch. So we have to live with that. But this idea, what you said, is keeping, others in front of us. It will be nice if we can do. It should not be at the cost of like burnout. Always keep others first, and then sometimes we get frustrated, and then so we get burnt out. So, but yeah, that's the idea, that we keep other devotees, ahead. So then Krishna is happy. And then if Krishna is happy, then, we will get that satisfaction. Yasmin tushte jagat tushtam. So if we please Krishna, so we will feel that satisfaction in our heart. Yeah. Yes.
There's an interesting verse in the Bhagavatam. It describes how if we have more than we need, Rajatas, then we'll always be in anxiety due to people seeking charity, the government taxation, animals and birds, friends and relatives, the inevitable time factor, and even our own selves. So we should only take what we need, only what Krishna is giving to us, and be satisfied with that. The Jewish people say, who is a wealthy man? One who is satisfied with whatever the Lord has given. That is real wealth, satisfaction. I'll go to Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you, Prabhu. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Krishna Daya Prabhu Ki Jai. Thank you. Very satisfying class. Thank you. Hare Krishna. It was a very nice class. We own nothing. We belong to Krishna. And we'll be punished. Like Jeffrey Eckler Prabhu said, we'll be punished if we claim more than we need to keep body and soul together and to serve Krishna happily. Thank you, Jeffrey Eckler Prabhu, for this sobering reminder. Bhima Prabhu, you have a sobering reminder for me?
Well, for myself, I'm sitting around here with so much more than I need.
More poop than you can shovel?
I've got acres of poop that I don't need, that I just don't need anymore. And I want Krishna to take the acres of poop away from me. Anyways, I'm trying, you know what? I'm engaging that poop in service. I am using it and making a slurry and fertilizing naturally as Krishna would have intended, fertilizing the fields. The fields I'm turning into a farm. I'm going to grow lettuce and tomatoes and cucumbers and peppers and arugula and kale. And I'm going to bring them to 8th Avenue and we are going to offer them. We're going to have, who just gave class? Who just gave class?
Krishna Daya Das.
Krishna Daya, that's right. Okay. The name escaped me for a second, though I do know Krishna Daya Das. Krishna Daya offer it with his wonderful, endearing prayers and feed it to all our guests. So as you can see, Krishna has arranged for even the least of us to find some kind of way to use the more than what we need in Krishna's service.
Thank you, Bhima Prabhu. Yeah, it's true.
A lecture in poop.
I'm tempted to name this class "What Can Come of Poop" or something. Or for poop. But yeah, I'll better consult with Vasudev Prabhu. Okay. It was nice seeing you, dear devotees. Dana, Krishna, Radharani, Dana, Kali Prabhu, Bruce Prabhu, Hemangi, Suzanne, Sharmila, Domi, Yogeshwari, Bhima Prabhu. Thank you so much for being part of this family. We love you. We need you. Come again tomorrow.